When I was 16, my biggest fear of getting pulled over by cops was that I'd get a ticket and my mom would find out, and I'd have to grind out extra hours on the job so I could take care of it without her getting involved. He didn't want to hear my mother's mouth. When I was 18, my biggest fear of getting pulled over by cops is that they'd find out how many unpaid tickets I had and take my car. Like they did that time I was being chased way far away from my home on the highway. So I called the police, but they didn't see things my way. They left me and my little sister walking on the side of the palmetto because we were being chased by a white ex-cop and they saw us as two black girls from the ghetto. I was so mad. How juvenile I was then. How unappreciative. How petty. I should have been grateful for them to have let me walk away on the side of the highway, telling me they're not taxis and I'd have to find my way home. I should have thanked them. I shouldn't have filed a complaint. I should have ranked them amongst the good cops for letting me walk away. In 2016, my biggest fear of getting pulled over by cops is that I'll somehow, some way wind up getting shot. I don't do more than 5 miles over the limit because it ain't worth my life. It ain't worth the fight I've been putting up to survive. It ain't worth the lies they tell about me on Channel 5. To think I used to be afraid of paying fines. Now what I'm afraid of is chalk lines and body bags. Now I'm afraid of becoming a hashtag. Now I'm afraid of becoming a hashtag. Not another hashtag. Feels like I'm suffering from jet lag. My mind's gone like I've been crossing time zones. This is 2016, not 1960, not 1860, not 1620. Not abduct me from my home and put me in chains. Not crack a whip over my back if I don't obey. Not send a slave catcher if I try to run away. Not set me free but don't give me no rights. Not me going to voting polls but returning home with dog bites. Not me waking up to crosses burning in my yard. I guess that's what makes this all so hard to digest. It used to be to be watching a movie and see some scene where the black person is driving through a deserted country road. And you see those red and blue light flash and you be like, oh no, you know what time it is. It used to be in the sticks, in the movies. It used to be in the backwoods. Now brothers is getting hit up buying backwoods in their own hoods. I can't help but feel like we're being played. Sitting in the days, wondering how things came to be this way. Everybody's waiting for a change, but nothing's getting better. Only more of the same, only hashtag and yet another name. Only blue bullets, black blood, and a flood of this pain that just won't seem to go away. Only more questions, fewer answers, yet they try to explain. We lay our loved ones to rest, that's where they rest the blame. Why didn't he just obey? Why didn't she just behave? Why not just say, yes, master, live to see another day? I feel like it's propaganda just for us to take a gander at the way we're being handled to remind us of our place. I feel like it's thought-provoking, or maybe it's just evoking the type of angry emotion that gets you shot in the face. I feel like we're being baited since we were emancipated. There are people who have waited to eradicate my race. And so it goes. Another young black person was shot today, murdered while she held her child in her arms. Apparently, she didn't have the right to bear children or arms. Already unfair qualms being expressed. People are already asking whether she did what was best. As I read her story, a knot forms in my chest. I felt this before. I felt it, and I don't want to feel it no more. I felt it when Trayvon Martin, Jordan Davis, Renisha McBride, Jonathan Farrell, Oscar Grant, Mike Brown, Freddie Gray, and Eric Gardner were killed. I felt this same knot when Victor White III shot himself while he was sitting in the backseat of a police cruiser with his hands cuffed behind his back. I felt it when the body of 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson was found rolled in a gym mat with no organs, his body stuffed with newspaper. I'm still mourning the deaths of Tupac Shakur and El Haj Malik El Shabazz. I still want to know what happened to Sandra Bland. I'm still watching videos of Samuel DuBose getting shot in the head as he drove away, and those of Philandro Castile and Alton Sterling from just the other day. I feel this knot, and it uncontrollably gets bigger. Every time I hear a story where a cop pulls the trigger, it's like I hear them screaming at me, die! This is 2016. I thought we were past that. Land of the free, I think I want my cash back. Watching the news is like living the flashback. Every 2 days it's like another hashtag. I'm too sophisticated for do-rags and ski masks, but I am mad. The toxicity in the air requires hazmat suits. I'm ready to boot up. I grew up around Afrocentrics. My mama was BSU'd up, so who's up next? I guess we have to wait and see. Growing up, my role models was Hampton and Huey P. The BPP was born out of necessity in direct response to police brutality. But I don't support taking the arms and hitting the streets. So tell me what we're gonna do now. Another name hashtag, another black body hits the ground. We should be making moves right now. Or are we gonna wait for another black body hit the ground? Don't wait for it to be your child before we start doing those things that we should be doing now. Say, tell me what we're gonna do now. Another name hashtag, another black body hits the ground. We should be making moves right now. Or are we gonna wait for another black body hit the ground? Don't wait for it to be your child before you start doing those things that we should be doing now. Say, tell me what we gonna do now. We should be making moves right now. Don't wait for it to be yo. Tell me what we gonna do now. We should be making moves right now. Don't wait for it to be yo. Tell me what we gonna do now. We should be making moves right now. Don't wait for it to be your child.